on this beautiful sunny day. My windows are all open. You can't really see, but it's very bright outside. So after I read the story, I'm going to go sit outside, go on Google Classroom, and talk with a few friends, I hope. So here I am. Here we go. How full is your bucket? For kids. Written by Tom Rath and Mary Reckmeyer. Illustrated by Mari J. Manning. How full is your bucket? Felix was putting one of the last blocks on his tower when his little sister came in. I want to build with you, she said. Felix scowled. Go away, you're too little. Uh-oh. Remember, when we think about bucket filling, we have an imaginary bucket on our head, and when people say nice things, they fill our bucket. But when they say unkind things, they dip our buckets. I'm big. Stay back, you'll knock it over. I can be careful. Go play with your baby toys, Anna. Thwack. Uh-oh. They were both bucket dippers. He was a bucket dipper because of the words he was using, and she was a bucket dipper because she knocked over his tower. Not good. Grandpa! Grandpa shook his head. Felix, you just dipped your sister's bucket. Like everyone else, Anna has an invisible bucket. When it's empty, she feels bad, but when it's full, she feels great. Didn't you ever notice your own bucket? Invisible bucket? Sometimes Felix couldn't quite tell when his grandpa was joking. But the next morning, when Felix woke up, there it was, a small gray bucket floating above his head. Oh my goodness. The dog sees it. When Felix came down to have breakfast, his mom was in a hurry. I've got a meeting this morning and it's almost time to go. Anna, sit still. Ooh, what is she doing? Doing her hair, and Felix is trying to get a cereal box. Uh-oh, it looks like he spilled it all over the floor. Felix slipped and choco wheats? I guess he's not eating Fruity Pebbles. Scattered across the floor. Felix yelled at his mom. Felix's mom yelled, you should have used the stool to reach that. Felix could feel his bucket tip, and an invisible drop spilled out. Drip, drip. Ha ha! Anna laughed as she crunched the cereal with her shoe. Drip. Get the broom and clean that up before you miss the bus, scolded Mom. With the school bus honking, Felix quickly slept up the wheats and grabbed the last blueberry muffin. But before he could even take one bite, Buster, the dog, jumped up and grabbed the muffin from his hand. Drip. Hey, look at Felix's new backpack. My baby brother has one just like it. Drip. Uh-oh. His bucket's almost empty. Psst, Felix. Psst. Drip. Watch out, shrimp. Drip. Uh-oh. Are the people being very kind in the story? I don't think so. It was still morning, and Felix's bucket was almost empty. Take a look at his face. How do you think he's feeling? He looks angry. How would you feel? As he watched his classmates walk into the room, he secretly hoped they would trip and fall. That's what it feels like when you have an empty bucket. Aww. Felix slumped into his seat and waited for something else bad to happen. Mrs. Bumpernickel walked slowly up to his desk and handed him a paper. He could hardly bear to look. Felix, you wrote a wonderful story. Would you please share it with the class? Felix grinned and felt a big drop into his bucket. Drop. Drop, plop, plink, plop. The Gigantosaurus Who Wanted a Pet by me, Felix. Ooh, his bucket is starting to fill up. The class grew quiet. They laughed at all the right places and at all the right places. When Felix finally read the end, everyone clapped, even Emily, who sat next to him and usually didn't like dinosaurs. Felix felt a whole shower of drops land in his bucket. Well, maybe the day wouldn't be so bad after all. Drop team captains today are Veronica and Felix. Drop. Nice cow, it's a dog. Well, nice colors, Felix. They thought it was a cow. Cool laser ant backpack, Felix. Drop. By afternoon, Felix's bucket was nearly full. At recess, when he looked around, Felix suddenly realized that his grandpa was right. Everyone else had a bucket too. Wow. Drop. Let me help you. Drop. Drop. Here's your baseball. Catch. Drop. Thanks, dude. Drop. I'm Felix. First day? Yes, I'm Amir. Drop. Drop. Oh my goodness, it's overflowing. The strange thing was that every drop he helped put in someone's bucket, he felt another drop go into his own. Wow, this is magical. When Felix burst in the door after school, he shouted, "You were right, Grandpa! I do have a bucket and I understand how it works." Then he saw Anna's torn doll. Bad dog, he almost scowled. But then he thought, dogs might have invisible buckets too. So he changed his mind. "Your doll will be okay, Anna," said Felix. "Mom will fix her." Wah! Until then, do you want to help me build the tallest building in the whole world with my blocks? Wow, so Felix is changing the way that he's thinking. And guess what? They did. What a great story. This reminds me that when you say things to others, you're really affecting them in the way that they feel, and the bucket that's on their head might have a drip going in or a dip going out. So today your job, I want you to, after you watch this video, is to go say something nice to someone in your family and fill their bucket. Because remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you're also filling yours.